Hey ho! How we doing out there in internet land? Ooh, could you pass me a beverage? It's in the fridge. I forgot my tasty beverage. It's over there. Huh? Yeah, there we go. How's everyone doing out there? We having a good evening? Hopefully. Turned out to be a decently hot one out there. I was surprised. It said it was going to be cooler. Oh, right here. Yeah, it was supposed to be cooler out there. We were doing some yard work, and man, it actually got pretty hot out there. That was not. It was much hotter than I was expecting. We were certainly sweating out there today. How's the weather out there wherever you were? Sorry, we unfortunately had to cancel our live show here, but at least we can still have some fun here tonight online. We'll bang out some tunes. It's always a good time hitting things and drinking things. Did everyone run at top speed and go get your tasty beverage? I didn't run at top speed. I just asked to be handed my tasty beverage. You ran at top speed.
I did.
Yes, to get me my tasty beverage. As promised, as I said during the last stream, I told you we were going to find some, and we found some Next Coast IPA from Goose Island Beer Company. This is a tasty beer. There's definitely some Citra hops in here. I don't know what else is in there, but I know my Citra hops. And that's certainly one of my favorites. What tasty beverages do we have out there in internet land? What do you got over there? Bacardi lemonade. Ooh, that's good. Nice and crisp. Alrighty. So we got some fun songs picked out for this evening. I'll confess, I didn't run. You probably saw me, well, the sound was muted, running through one for 30 seconds here. So we'll see how these go. I've got them all run through Moises. So we'll try to pull the drums out, see how that goes. Turn up the volume here on all the tracks. Make sure we're sending the things over to you. Perfect. Alrighty. We'll give this first one a try. This was a Julie pick from, what is it? Is it her last? It's like a Spanish, the two L's. You pronounce it like a Y, right? Yeah. I didn't know if she says it Cabello or Cabello. Camila Cabello. It's the remix with Daddy Yankee. Oh yeah. It felt hot like down in Havana today. Give this one a try. Let's see here.
Havana, ooh, na, na. Half of my heart is in Havana, ooh, na, na. He took me back to East Atlanta, na, na, na. All of my heart is in Havana. There's something about his manner. Havana, ooh, na, na. Vino a buscarme y ahí lo supe. Mi cara suave. Me dijo son tantas las que yo tuve, pero me falta. No puedo soltarte, no seas tan cruel. Desde esa noche mi papá me dice que malo es él. ¿Qué más puedo hacer? Lo supe en un segundo. Él cambiaría mi mundo. Ya no puedo más.
pero como La Habana. Mami, que oh, na, na, estás acompañada o andas sola. Oh, na, na, pero qué fácil me descontrolo. Oh, na, na, tú me quemas, vuelves y me rola. Llegamos pa'l mambo, suéname el tambor, pa' que te recuerde de La Habana y el campo. La libertad que bien te sabe, cuando volverás solo, no sabes. Mami, que oh, na, na, estás acompañada o andas sola. Oh, na, na, pero qué fácil me descontrolo. Oh, na, na, tú me quemas, vuelves y me rola. Camila, Rey, Mayara, de un pájaro sola, dos alas.
Half of my heart is in Havana. He took me back to East Atlanta. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Half of my heart is in Havana. He took me back to East Atlanta. All of my heart is in Havana. My heart is in Havana. Havana.
It's a groovy little tune. It's like it's slightly slower than I want it to be, but I like I want it like 7 clicks fast. But it's good. Leaves a lot of space for toys playing around. Huh. We all like that one out there? Put you in the mood for hot weather? Perhaps you're having a tropical tasty beverage in Havana, flavored like a banana. Are you drinking in your cabana? Maybe you're in Savannah. What else? Okay, we'll kind of here. We're gonna stay a little bit in that mood with another Julie pick here. Why not? We'll stay in that mood, and then we'll take a sharp left turn after this one. But while we're in the dancey mood, let's give this one a try. This was a song. Julie did not know this song existed, and I showed it to her, and it's now like, this is like your new favorite jam, right? Your current favorite jam at the moment. You know, I'm gonna leave the drums turned on for this one just because it has a little bit. It's got a lot of like digital stuff. It's not even. There's not even like a real drum kit. There's just like cool little there's the snaps. You gotta have the snaps. It's a song with. It's a Britney Spears song with Iggy Azalea, the Aussie. Get a couple clicks, yeah. Iggy Azalea from Down Under. Let's make sure. Okay, clicks on me. Yep, cool. Song called "Pretty Girls." Pretty Girls. Turn up the mic volume. What if I just hold it closer to my mouth? Is that better? That's all I need to do is get on the mic. Hello. Now you can hear me. Here we go.
All around the world, pretty girls. Wipe the floor with all the boys. Pour the drinks, bring the noise. Biggie eggs. We're just so pretty. All around the world, pretty girls. Jump the line to the front. Do what we like, get what we want.
Where you at, Brit?
We're just so pretty. Hey, don't you know that it's always the same? From Australia to LA, you can bet you wherever the girls go.
That's exactly how that one goes. That was a fun little groove. Again, another one with a lot of space for interpretation. That was based off of, I think, what was what's that first Iggy hit that she had with the Clueless music video? What's it called? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know that one. What is it? It's Fancy. Fancy, that one. It was like that song hit it big, and they were like, oh, let's do another one. And we'll throw Iggy on it. And it basically has the exact same feel. Fun tune, though. Okay. As promised, we're now going to take a sharp right turn. Get away from the poppy, rappy, dancey, slow jams. And we'll head here to something that actually does have drums normally in it. Let's here. We'll open with here. We'll start out here. I threw a bunch of songs in here. Give something to just get me in more of a rocky mood. There was a song from, this has got to be 2001-ish, I'm going to guess, off of I think the album is called What's Next? This is Chevelle. Who remembers Chevelle? Dad, wasn't your first car a Chevelle? Didn't you have a Chevelle? You had an SS, didn't you? 67 Chevelle. There you go. 296. The 296. Nice. 396. 100 more. How about that? Well, this one's from Chevelle. Song called The Red. Give this a try. Yeah.
They say freak when you're singled out. The red, well, it filters through. So lay down, the pain is real. When touch the red, it filters through.
Epic. I love those high harmonies. Start that second chorus. Down, real. So good. Oh no, you got to put on your sunglasses for this ride symbol. Oh yeah, you know this is the first stream I'm doing here with I got the 22 up here today. Last time we streamed, we had the 20 up there. We got this giant ass. He's massive. It barely moves when you hit it. It's even more fatiguing than the 20. When I had to do the gram conversion, it weighed like it's like 4,000 something grams. It came out to it's just under 10 pounds. As compared to one of these crash cymbals is like, I don't know, 3. Like, they're not heavy at all. Yeah, he comes in at just under 10 pounds. Okay, so now we've got the rock and roll. Ooh. We're rocking. Oh, got a Treehouse Juice Project. That's a good one. I had that. I believe I had that one a couple weeks ago on the stream here. Is that the one? I believe on the label it's got the that like mad scientist guy. I think it's a green can with a mad scientist. I believe I had that one. Was that the beer that you got there? Let's pick out another song here. So now we're in rock mode. Let's try something here. We'll slowly work up to heavier stuff. Not that that wasn't heavy, but here. We'll do something a little more maybe accessible if you're not into the heaviness. Who knows a band called the Red Hot Chili Peppers? You should know because I did a whole stream of them a while back. I remember they got mad because I played basically I believe I played the entire Blood Sugar Sex Magic album. It was a good record. This is a song off of, I believe this is the first single off of Stadium Arcadium, that double album that came out, I believe, in 2006, I'm going to guess. Go ahead and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it's 2006. Danny California here. So Danny California is apparently a character that's appeared in numerous Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. This is actually the third song that she appears in, and it's the finale of her story. The first song that she appears in is Californication, which I have played on the stream. If you listen to the lyrics in Californication, you'll hear about a teenage bride with a baby inside who happens to be Danny California. Then the second song that is about her was off of the next album after that, which was called By the Way. Also the title track, By the Way. You'll hear in the chorus where they talk about Danny the girl singing songs to me beneath the marquee. And then this is the conclusion of her story, Danny California. So, there's your fun fact that you didn't even know. Now you know. Now you know all about people named Danny who live in California. Let's give this one a try.
Mississippi, Papa was a copper and Mama was a hippie. In Alabama, she was swinging a hammer. day when you break the panorama. She never knew that there was anything more than gold. What in the world does your company take me for? Black bandana, sweet Louisiana, robbing on a bank in the state of Indiana. She's a runner, rebel and a stunner, from the mirror way saying, baby, what you gonna? Looking down the barrel of a hot metal 45, just another way to survive. California, rest in peace, simultaneous release. California, do your teeth. She's my free step off your breeze. Yeah, yeah. She's a lover, baby, and a fighter. Should've seen her coming when it got a little brighter. With a name like day in California, day was gonna come when I was gonna mourn ya. A little loaded, she was stealing another breath. I love my baby to death. California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release. Gifted animator, one for the now and 11 for the later. Never made it up to Minnesota. North Dakota man was a gunner for the quota. Down in the Badlands, she was saving the best for last. It only hurts when I laugh. Gone too fast. California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release. California, do your teeth. She's my priestess of your dreams. Yeah, yeah. California, rest in peace. Simultaneous release.
Woo! One of the best outro guitar solos in the history of rock music. There's nothing difficult about it. It just grooves. It's like the coolest blues solo. I remember when that song came out. At the time, I was in a band called Cocapelli. Our guitarist, Woody, super incredible technical guitar player. Like, he's unreal. You know, he'd be playing all these crazy like Steve Vai and Frank Zappa and all this like weird, insane music that's in like 2713 or something like. And he was like, this is he would have so much fun playing that song. We used to play that. He was like, this is like the best solo ever. And there's nothing challenging about it. It's just straight up fun. Alrighty, what do we got next? Yeah. Next up, let's see. What are we going to segue into from Red Hot Chili Peppers? We did the Red, then we did Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know if I have any funny pun way to get into any of these. See, if you eat too many chili peppers, you might leave a stain somewhere. So we'll play some Stained. No. Yes. No. That worked. It worked. Awful. It was a terrible one, but it worked. Let's try some Stained here. Give me a little bit of a break. Down tempo jam. This was off of their, I want to say this is the 4th record, I believe. I don't remember. I think it was just called 4. What was the song? Right Here. Right Here? Right Here is literally, so you remember their first big hit that they had. They didn't have any hits. They had one hit on their first record when they were wicked heavy. The first hit was Mud Shovel, which is a super heavy song. And then their second record came out, and their big hit was It's Been a While. Yeah. And that basically defined the rest of their career. Yeah. So they decided to just rewrite that song once an album, and every time an album comes out, that's the song that goes on the radio because it sounds just like that song. Literally same chord progression, same song structure, everything. They've clearly figured out what works. You can't fault them for it. Plenty of bands do that. AC/DC. You could buy an AC/DC record, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting 13 songs that are all 4 on the floor about women drinking or your balls. And they all sound the same. You know exactly what you're getting. So, this was the first radio hit off of this record. I think this might have been the only hit off of this record right here. This one was interesting because if anyone knows my musical history, I used to play a lot in church band. And we had written all of the, it was all original music that we had done for the liturgy throughout the service. And unbeknownst to the band, I don't think anyone ever knows this, but all of my drum parts were based on Stained. Literally, because everything that the lead guitarist and songwriter in that group, Tim Redenchek, wrote, a lot of it was in 6. And Stained stuff is a lot of it's in 6. And it had this kind of feel, and it sounded really good, and it worked. So I would always go into all these things writing with the Stained mentality. So if you remember any of that music, get it in your head and have that in mind as you're listening to this song, because it'll have very much that kind of a feel.
condescending. It's as much as I can bear. You're so independent. You just refuse to bend, so I keep bending till I break. But you always find a way to keep me right here waiting. Always find the words to say. Keep me right here waiting. You chose to walk away. Right here waiting. Searching for the things to say. Right here waiting. I've made a commitment. I'm willing to move for you. I needed fulfillment. What I needed. Why can't you just forgive me? I don't want to relive all the mistakes I've made. Oh, but I always find a way to keep you right here waiting. I always find the words to say to keep you right here waiting. But you always find a way to keep me right here waiting. Always find the words to say to keep me right here waiting. If I chose to walk away, would you be right here waiting? Searching for the things to say to keep me right here waiting.
Well, there we go. You're right. They do. It's a very distinct. You immediately know a Stain song when you hear it. They've stuck hard. It's like any good branding. Like, you know. I'd say that's a sign of a very good, refined band, that you know it's them when you hear it, because they've got a very distinct sound, and they're very true to it. Consistency is key. You know, just like you always know when you hear a guitar, you know it's Eddie Van Halen when you hear Eddie Van Halen on guitar. By that same token, you know it's Alex Van Halen on drums. Because when you get to the chorus, as we all know, Professor Van Halen, you hit that bell. So that you get the notification. Right? See, he knew way back then. He knew way back in 78, there's gonna be a site. 30 years from now, there's gonna be a site called YouTube. And people are gonna need to hit that bell to get those notifications. Okay. Let's see. Also popular here, there's a lot of just stuff right around that same time period here. We're sticking with the early 2000s. Another band here that I know, this is kind of a love it or hate it band. I think they're awesome because their lead singer originally was a drummer. They're actually a Boston band. He was originally a drummer. He still drums from time to time in the band, but he was in a lot of bands and got sick of dealing with singers and guitarists and whatever, so he eventually decided to start his own band. He stopped playing drums, and he decided to be the lead singer. and also play rhythm guitar in his band. But on the first two records, on the first two records, he played all the drums on the records. Anyone know who this is? This is a Boston-based band. Anyone? Funny enough, Stained is also a Boston-based band. A lot of Boston-based bands here. How about this? This is a gentleman by the name of Sully Erna. Anyone know what band? Huh? Godsmack, yes. This is Godsmack. My hair looks great. Well, interesting, because I haven't had it cut in about a month. Julie has been cleaning up my neck, though. This is Godsmack. On the first two records here, Sully played all the drums. So, got a couple Godsmack tunes here. We'll try. You know what? We'll do this one first. This one was cool. This was off their second record. It's actually the title track off the second record, called Awake. Awake was, at the time, this was part of the Navy recruitment commercials that would be on television. This was the music that would play in the background, and you were like, wow, this song's awesome. Yeah, I should be in the Navy. That'd be awesome. It was certainly a song to get you pumped up. Feel like you were going to go do some, like, Black Ops, Special Forces in the Navy. So, we'll give this one a try here. I'm going to give myself a little click in here. Brucey's got it. How you doing, Bruce? You got a tasty beverage out there? Let's give this one a try. Heavy one. Couple of when it goes to that little breakdown at the beginning, the auto click was like didn't know what the hell to do, and I was like, hang on, give me the drums back. this is making it terrible. Hang on. So it didn't turn into a full train wreck. B sharp. Only a B sharp for that? I'll accept that. That's fine. Here. See if I can redeem myself. Well, we're still in a Godsmacky vibe here. I threw one more in here. That's another cool drummy one. The only problem is I didn't see what Moises did with the auto click here, so we'll see if I panic here and the auto click goes wild. But if you digging that snare? I tuned it. I tuned it down a little bit before the stream here. I lowered it to get a little more beef out of it. Just get a little more body, so it's not so thin. This I think is also off that same record, the second record. I believe this is the closing track. A song called Spiral. Let's see if this one worked out in Moises, or if Moises is going to screw me up again. See what we got here. I always like that guitar part at the end. He's playing behind the nut on the headstock of the guitar. They just tuned the behind the nut. Kind of a cool effect there. It is. It's a very Middle Eastern sounding tune. Couple little flubs there, not perfect. Did I get a B sharp on that one too? What else we got in here? What else did I download here? Let's see. Oh, I threw this one in here. Here, this one I'm gonna. Seeing as unfortunately had to cancel our live show because of this sickness, thought maybe we'd play some Disturbed. Throw that in here. We see how Moises deals with this one. I'll leave the drum backing track on here for a moment just so I can at least get my bearings, and then we'll slowly fade it out here. Let's give Down with the Sickness a try.
Now that you woken up Oh, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your hate and let it open to make. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You fucker, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness has now come over me.
Yeah, that one went okay. You know what? I seem to be a little dry here. I think there's a second one in Pandora's box over there. Don't look, Uncle Brian, if you're watching, turn away for the next 15 seconds. You didn't see me open a second beer. What do you think, Brucey? Should we do that one? I think Ray could sing that. I think Bob will be into it. While we're at it, just like I got us in a Godsmack mood and we stayed with Godsmack for a second, let's try another Disturbed one. Maybe a slightly, well, I won't say slightly, it's probably much less known than that one. That's probably their biggest, most known tune. This was the title track off of their fourth record, I'm going to say, called Indestructible. I believe Indestructible was the fourth record. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's Wikipedia-ing. I know we're Crowley-less tonight. We don't have Crowleypedia, so somebody needs to take up the Wikipedia duties and find what, if Indestructible was the fourth record, and I'm going to guess Indestructible came out late 2000s. I'm going to say 2007-ish, 2008-ish. This is the title track off of that. We'll see how Moises deals with this. And see if I remember how to play this one. This is a song I don't think I've ever played drums to, ever. I've never actually sat down and played this one. I've listened to it a ton. But it's also been a long time since I've listened to it. So we'll see how we do here. Let's give Indestructible a try. It starts out with helicopter noises. So I at least get a chance to catch my breath here with helicopter noises. Indestructible. Whoo-hoo. That was a lot more involved than I remembered. In my brain. Clearly, I've been having too many Next Coast IPAs. That's a fun one. Kind of dig that with where the chorus is all toms. Yeah. Yeah, it's all China and toms. Usually that's reserved for a verse. You'd have a tom groove on the verse, but not usually on the chorus. So that's kind of the cool, odd, out of left field thing on that song. I don't think that one was on the radio, but that was a good tune. At least I thought it was a good tune. Did you all think it was a good tune? Because I did. No, Julie doesn't want to come. Julie's being shy. They're calling for you on camera. Here, just stick your foot out this way and wiggle. Maybe you'll see it. Right up here? It's right up here. Nah, the ride's covering you up. Apparently this ride symbol is too big and shiny to see you. She's literally right behind the ride symbol. She's right off camera, right here. Okay. What else do we have? I've got two more songs that I had voted in here. Anyone got any requests that I can throw one in and get it processing? We can get it to start ripping some songs, ripping the drums out while I play some more songs. Because I'll keep going. We'll keep going until 10. We'll go for a while. I have three more. Ooh, there's one in here that's going to be an iffy. I kind of want to try it, but I might crash and burn. Here, let's get my spirits up here with one that I know pretty solid first before I attempt to crash and burn. Let's try also around that same time period. This is in the age of nu metal, which apparently nu metal's back. You know, just like everything comes around again. Nu metal is like back. Nu metal has a special place in my heart. I'm from the era of nu metal. Yeah. This is actually, Dad, this is one of your favorite singers ever. Serj Tankian. Anyone know Serj Tankian? Who that is? You probably didn't know that was his name. He's Armenian. The entire band is Armenian.
That's how we all know about the Armenian genocide.
It's how we all learned about the Armenian genocide. It was from this band. You probably know him most famously from La 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 La. Serj Tankian. Yes, System of a Down. Good stuff. I'm going to say this was their second record. Is this off of Toxicity? A song called Aerials? Yeah. Aerials. Good tune. Let's load this up here. Get that over there. Let's give this one a try. You gotta have the Zilbow right there for that last hit. As I blow out all your speakers. John Dolman actually doesn't play Zildjian. He plays pasty. So he's using a pasty ice bell. Same thing. It's made by a different company. With the same name as nipple stickers. Pasty. Yep. Zildjian sounds cooler. Okay. Let's see. Do I try something that I think will be okay with, or do we try the possible crash and burn? Well, let's try the possible crash and burn. That way I can redeem myself afterwards if we crash and burn. This is another one I've probably played this in Rock Band on drums, but I've never actually played. I've also like air drummed it like 1,000 times in my car. I don't think I've ever sat down and actually played the thing. So we'll see if I can remember this. See if I can get this one. So, see this band. Let's see. How can I? What kind of hints can I give you for this band? So in this one, I don't think any of the band members use their actual names. They all have like pseudonyms. We've one of the guitars is Zachy Vengeance. The drummer who is on this record is no longer with us, but his name was The Rev. Anyone know The Rev? Let's see. Their singer is M Shadows. No one getting this yet. When the Rev died, there was another drummer in another band who I'm a big fan of that was a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan. Oh, well, I just gave it away. Duh, I just gave it away to you. I just said it. Avenged Sevenfold. When the Rev died, tragically from a drug overdose, Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater, because Rev had always stated that his favorite drummer of all time was Mike Portnoy. So Mike Portnoy came in and played drums on the first posthumous record after the Rev died, and played all of Rev's parts on the Nightmare album, which was pretty cool. This, I think, is the last record that has Rev on it. Probably one of his coolest performances. He's a wicked crazy drummer. So we'll see if I. Hopefully I don't crash and burn on this one. This is a song called, I think this is off the self-titled record, which I don't know what number that is in their discography, probably 4 or 5. The album's white, and it just has their whatever they call it, the skull head or whatever. I forget the name of their logo. It's like a skull with bat wings, the bat wing skull thing. A song called Almost Easy. Apparently, but actually, see, the song is not almost easy. It's titled Almost Easy. It is not so easy. So see if I can pull this one off. If I remember correctly, it just starts right in. I believe we're riding on the crash to start off with. There's a lot of double kick in this one. Let's give it a try. Here we go. There's a little bit there in the middle. I'll give that a B sharp. That one's certainly a rush. There's a lot going on there. Thank you, Corey. Trying. Those little. Those are fun. Ooh. Okay. What else do I have in here that wasn't one that I had picked for tonight? Because it's only 9:30. It's funny, it still feels too early to be almost done. Oh, that's right. Charlie Watts died. Do I have any Stones in here? If I don't, I can load in some Stones. Let me see if I got some Stones. Do I have anything already loaded in from the Stones? I do not. Here, let me find something real quick from the Stones. Stones. Rolling Stones. Start me up. Here, let me get that. You get in here. I would vote in Braunschweiger, but Start Me Up is already here. Stat Me Up, as I should say. Play some Element 80. You know, I do have Element 80 loaded in here. It's funny enough you should say that. That stuff's tough. You do like Element, yeah, I showed, yeah, where everything's like, the entire band plays the same thing. Yes, you were like, I'm the perfect producer for Element 80. Okay, I'll give Element 80 a try here. I'll pick what I know is one of their easier songs and see if I can remember it. It's the tough thing with Element 80 is everything is so specific. Like there's not much room for like improvisation. Huh? Solo, yeah. I have Texas Cries and I have The Victims loaded in here. I could do Texas Cries. I remember when Corey and I discovered Element 80. We were seeing Seven Dust, I think, at the Agora, and we got there. We weren't aware of any of the opening bands. None of the names rung a bell. We didn't know any of the opening bands. We got there, and I remember being in the vestibule, whatever, what do you call it? The outside area before you go into the venue, like the lobby, yeah, the lobby, yeah, that word that no one can think of, the lobby, yeah, that. We're out in the lobby by the merch table, and we heard this song, "Broken Promises." We heard it, and we both looked at each other like, "Hey, that's that song from Need for Speed Underground." It was on the soundtrack for the video game Need for Speed Underground, and it was a really cool song. We were like, it's that band. We should go in and see them. So we were checking them out, and I remember hearing this song they did, because they're from Texas, so there's a song called Texas Cries, and we were just blown away by their vocalist, who on the recording here, you'll hear that clearly every single vocal part is recorded individually. There's parts where the vocalist is kind of doing this like guttural screaming, and there's parts where he's singing. He's very good at both, but on the recording, it's clearly recorded separately because the audio on them overlaps. We heard him do it live, and he's able to switch back and forth between screaming and yelling as fast as he does in this live. He's such a good singer. Guy's incredible. You did. I do remember that you bought the album and you got them to sign it. They came out. They came out because there was another band after them before Seven Dust came on, and they were hanging out in the lobby, and you got Elmanady to sign it. I do remember that. So this is Texas Cries. We'll give it a try here. Hang on, it's not giving me click. Give me a sec. We're gonna really crash and burn if there's no click. Hang on. Voice has failed me. Let's try it again. See if it works this time. I'm just going to turn the drums on with me. Another song I've never played, but have heard a million times. Oh, that's a good tune. The other one that I have in here is I'm not going to be attempting without practicing because it's much more involved. Let's see. Other than that, I think I've got one more tune in here. Oh, here Here, okay, before I play that one more tune, we do have, as we said, the late great Charlie Watts. We lost Charlie Watts this week, so we'll play some Stones here for Charlie. Pour one out for Charlie and his chocolate factory. No, different Charlie. Everyone raise their tasty beverage. Pour one out for the late great Charlie Watts. Well, let's give Stat Me Up a try here. Good old Charlie Watts. You will sorely be missed. What if the Stones are still going to tour without Charlie? I mean, Black Sabbath has been touring without what's his Bill? Why can't I think of his last name? What the heck's his last name? Why can't I think of it? He didn't want to. He didn't when they did the Black Sabbath reunion for the 13 album. He didn't want to be on the album, so instead they got the drummer from Rage Against the Machine. They got Brad Wilk to play with Sabbath. So who knows? Maybe they'll get somebody, and they'll still tour. I feel like they still will. How you doing out there? Okay, we got one left here that I had pre-voted in. Hopefully, it still gives me a click. Here, let's see. Does it give me a click? There. Okay, it was giving me a click. Sweet. I didn't have a click for Stat Me Up. Luckily, Charlie's a good metronome, and he kept everybody on time. So before I play my last one, give you the stream spiel here. We're streaming on all of the platforms because we're on Restreamio. So we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitch, we're on Periscope. Apparently OnlyFans is going to continue allowing adult content. So I guess we could be on OnlyFans because I'm an adult. Or so I like to think I am. We're not on OnlyFans yet, but it's coming. See what I did there? It's funny. It's funny. But regardless of whatever platform you're watching on, I'd really appreciate if you head on over to YouTube and you find Derek Braunschweiger and you click the little subscribe button and then you ding the bell. Like that. That way you get those notifications. That way, every Saturday night, except for this Saturday, because we came out at 8. But usually, around 8:45, because it's usually a 9 o'clock stream, you'll get that notification. And you'll run at what? You know what you run at. Top speed. Over to your ice box or your refrigerator, perhaps the cooler. Maybe you're at the beach. As we said before, as we said last time, if you're in Alaska, you'll run over to your igloo, or perhaps you're already in your igloo because you're hiding from the Alaskan vampires from the 30 Days of Night. Yeah, or maybe your beverages are stored in cryogenic freezing storage. You still have a Crystal Pepsi from way back in the day. You have a new Coke from back in the 80s, and it's cryogenically frozen. You'll thaw it out. You'll head over to your couch or your lounge chair or wherever you're at, and you'll fire up your television, smart device, tablet, phone, whatever it is that you're on, and you'll fire up YouTube and watch the drum stream. Crack that tasty beverage open with your salty snack and then get ready to enjoy music and hitting things and delightful banter with all of us here on the drum stream. We always have fun. Tonight's been fun. I think it's been fun. What did we learn about tonight? We learned about the history of the character Danny California. We learned about that. We talked about Charlie Watts, who I almost forgot. That's terrible. How did I almost forget about Charlie Watts? What else did we talk about? You learned that Sully we learned that Sully from Godsmack played drums on the first 2 albums. And you learned that they're a Boston-based band. You didn't know? You couldn't tell by his accent? He has a wicked Boston accent. You learned that Stained is from Boston. You learned that I wrote church music based on Stained. We learned a lot of fun things. Please also check out my band, 0 to 60. You can find it over on 0 to 60 Rocks on Facebook, or you can find it at www.0to60rocks.com. Unfortunately, we had to cancel a show this evening, but there will be more. Don't worry about it. We're anxious to rock out for you. Head on over, like us on Facebook, send some love over there for Bruce and Bob and Ray. And now, to end the evening, the last song that I had voted in here is another song I've never played, but I've heard it a lot. Seems to be a regular theme for me. It's these songs that I've heard a lot, but I've never played. The song from the third record from this band. Let's see, here, we'll get you to guess this band. It's not Avenged Sevenfold. I'm not gonna say the name of the band this time and ruin the guessing. Let's see. So the name of this band, the reason they got their name is because at one of their early gigs, they didn't have they were just the band you were about to hear. And near the beginning of their set, the lead singer, I believe, dropped his singing apparatus, also known as a microphone, and it was no longer functioning. So there's a word for that. When something's no longer functioning, it was once functioning and is no longer functioning. And so the sound guy then proceeded to berate the lead singer and called him by name and thanked him for breaking his microphone. Huh? He thanked him for breaking the microphone. And yes, the lead singer's name did happen to be Benjamin. Very good. Very good. And that's how that band got their name. Band called Breaking Benjamin. Very good. Very good. There's the fun. There's your last fun fact for the evening. Yes, fun fact. So this is a cool one because it has kind of a shuffly feel. At least during the verse. It actually starts out with kind of a Dream Theater-y kind of double kick groove that's in 6, actually. This song's in 6. It's kind of this 6/8 shuffle kind of thing going on. So this is on their third record called Phobia, called Until the End. Oh, look at that, perfect. It's almost like I thought that out. It's like, because it's the last song. Yeah, how about that? Here we go, let's give it a try. No, I finished. It's a fun one with the shuffly kind of feel. Bouncy shuffle. Anything with shuffle's good. Got to be able to swing. Well, on that note, good way to end it. Hope everyone enjoyed the evening. I know I certainly did. Been a while since I've been down here hitting things and drinking things. Yes, yes, yes. The Daniel Bryan. Yes. We're going to go head upstairs, finish this Next Coast IPA. Maybe I'll have another, maybe I'll have something else. There's some other good stuff upstairs too. Maybe I'll have some of that. As always, out there in internet land, have a wonderful rest of your evening.